Data just released shows the biggest increase since 2011 in the number of properties which have been on the market for more than 6 months. Is this a sign of a downturn in the market? Today we look at how the market is changing and the exact strategies you can implement to take advantage of this. If you end up finding value in this video, please consider hitting that like button as it really helps out the channel. And a big thank you to all our subscribers. Your support inspires us to create more content, which we hope you'll enjoy. Data just released shows more than a 14% increase in the number of properties which have been on the market for more than 6 months. This is the biggest increase we've seen since 2011, and I personally believe that the problem lies with owners and real estate agents. Because last week, one of our customers shared his experience where he was trying to arrange an inspection. However, the real estate agent pre-vetted and refused to show him the property, believing that it would sell for significantly more than his budget. Just 2 weeks later, the property was advertised within his budget range, but the real estate agent didn't even follow him up, and the property remains unsold to this day. Previously, we were in a seller's market, and this was quite common behavior. It's because properties would literally sell themselves, often sight unseen. We are now in a buyer's market, and real estate agents should be hounding and following up every inquiry they receive. I'm personally not seeing this, and in my opinion is one of the major reasons why properties are piling up, remaining unsold. Compound this with sellers not willing to meet the market, and it makes complete sense why this is happening. It's tough out there for would-be vendors, with many opting out of listing their homes to see if the storm would clear. And looking at the 4-week period in November 2021, comparing that to November 2022, we saw a 31% drop in new listings. Recently, I had a conversation with a real estate agent, and he mentioned that there seemed to be a changing attitude with many vendors having overly optimistic expectations based on what neighbors received for their home at the height of the market. Not understanding that things have changed, he said that when he educates sellers on recent comparative sales, it leads to many homeowners to rethink their plans of selling. Triggered by 8 consecutive rate rises, the housing market in Australia saw a 5.3% decrease in home values last year, where property prices have now fallen 8.4% since their peak. With interest rates set to rise, we could see further declines. Many worry that if rates were to continue on their current trajectory, that it could lead to an increase in the number of distressed sales. Looking at the data, currently there are close to 6,200 properties being sold under distressed conditions, which is well below pre-pandemic numbers of about 13,000 homes. With Australian savings 46% higher than it was almost 2 years ago, much can be attributed to this very fact. Whether this will change remains to be seen. When it comes to property, it's more important to focus on time in the market rather than timing the market. Peter Lynch sums it up best, saying that far more money has been lost by investors trying to anticipate corrections than lost in the correction themselves. Warren Buffett adds to this, explaining that the market is a device to transfer money from the impatient to the patient. Looking at data by CoreLogic, we can see that over the past 30 years, property prices have increased over 450%. Along the way, there have been many bumps, from the Australian financial crisis in the late 1990s to the GFC and even a pandemic. Being resource rich makes Australia one of the lucky countries. So if you are thinking about buying a home but unsure if the time is right, know that it's impossible to predict the bottom of the market. More important, remember that property is a long-term game. Best of all, buyers are now in the driver's seat, and following the right strategies will help you get an awesome deal. The key first is to gather as much information as possible, and before making an offer on a property, follow these 5 steps. 1. Determine the ownership of the property. Is it owned by an individual who resides in the property, or is it an investor who rents it out? This will affect how you negotiate. 2. Look into the sales history. Find out when the property was last sold and how much for. Find this online through onthehouse.com.au. 3. Why is the owner selling? Is the property being sold due to a divorce, a deceased estate, or other circumstances? 4. Check out the land value, and you can ask the real estate agent for a copy of the rates notice, or simply by asking your mortgage broker to access this through RP data. Knowing the land value will help you understand how much of a bargain you might be getting on this property. 5. If the property is listed without a price, ask the agent for the seller's expectations. Once you've gathered this intelligence on the property, consider the seller's motivation. Based on what you've uncovered, tailor your negotiation strategy to the seller's need. For example, if the seller is looking to sell quickly due to a divorce, you might be able to negotiate a lower price but give much better terms, such as a shorter settlement date and an unconditional offer. While it's natural to have strong feelings about the home you're looking to buy, as it represents many of your hopes and dreams, it's important to keep these emotions in check, especially through the negotiation process, as it'll help you avoid making an impulsive decision. Preparation is the key to success. So before entering into any negotiation, it's important that you have a clear plan in place. This includes understanding your budget, the property's value, and the seller's motivation. By being well prepared, you'll be more confident and better able to adapt to any unexpected developments. It's important not to reveal all your cards. Be careful what information you share with the real estate agent, remembering that they represent the seller and any information you do give them will be used to their advantage. Finally, negotiation is a two-way conversation, and it's really important to listen to the vendor's needs. Throughout the process, maintain a positive and respectful relationship with the seller and the agent. Even if there are disagreements or differences in opinions, by creating a dialogue and finding common ground, you'll be more likely to find and reach a mutually beneficial agreement. And here at Hunter Galloway, we're mortgage brokers who get home loans approved. We help Australia-wide and don't charge a fee for our service. So reach out and contact us online at huntergalloway.com.au or call us on 1300 088 065. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you then.